Hi, my name is Patrick Regan. Welcome to the networking series of videos where we go in depth of networking for client computers. Part 4, Networking Tools, covers the common tools in deploying, managing, and troubleshooting networks, including cable crimpers, punchdown tools, tone generators and probes, cable testers, time domain reflectometers, and Wi-Fi analyzers. For those who are going to take the A+ exam, there are practice questions toward the end of the video. If you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Wire cutters or snips are tools designed to cleanly cut the cable, but can also be used to cut cable ties. The wire stripper tool is designed to remove the sheathing from cable to expose the inner wire, which allows the clean contact with the inner wire. A cable crimper or wire crimper is used to crimp or pinch the connectors onto the wire. For Ethernet cables, the metal prongs are pushed through the insulation until it contacts the metal wire. If you're going to make cables, you'll need to practice to make sure the cable is reliable and that you're relatively quick at it. Patch panels are a combination of punch-down blocks and RJ45 connectors. It usually runs from office wall jacks to server room or wire closet patch panel. You connect computer or VoIP phones to wall jacks. Wall jack leads to the back of the patch panel as shown on the bottom picture. You connect a patch cable to the front of the patch panel to the network switch. The switch is then connected to the rest of your network, including servers and the internet. 110 block are used to connect sets of wires in a structured cabling system, which you use to terminate twisted paired cables with the punch-down tool. 110 blocks are smaller and provide a broader frequency bandwidth. The cabling and setup of a patch panel can be tedious since you have to individually punch each wire. For example, if you have 100 RJ45 wall jacks, you'll have to terminate 800 wires. But a patch panel is supposed to be long-term. A punch-down tool is used to terminate those wires by pressing the wire into the slot and clipping off the excess wire. When the wire and punch-down tool is in place, you press down on the punch-down tool. When the required pressure is reached, an internal spring is triggered, which pushes the wire into place. A loopback plug is a small device used in networking to test and diagnose network ports, cables, and interfaces. It works by redirecting or looping back the outgoing signal from a network interface back into the input, allowing for self-testing of the connection. The loopback plug works when the plug is inserted into a network port such as Ethernet, serial, or fiber optics. It connects the transmit and receive pins, creating a closed signal loop. A network device or tester sends data through the connection and expects to receive the same data back. If the return data matches the sent data, the port and cable are working properly. Common uses include testing network ports on switches, routers, and computers, troubleshooting connectivity issues such as faulty NICs and bad ports, verifying network cable integrity, and checking serial communication interfaces such as RS-232 or serial connections, T1, and fiber optics. Types of loopback plugs include the RJ45 loopback plug, which is used for Ethernet port testing, the fiber optics loopback adapter, which tests fiber optic transceivers, and a serial loopback plug, which is used for RS-232/serial ports, RS-485, or T1 line diagnostics. Loopback plugs are essential tools for network technicians to quickly isolate and diagnose connecting issues. A tone generator or tester, also known as the fox and the hound, is normally used to locate a cable physically by passing signals through a cable and sensing the signals along the cable using a sensitive receiver. You use it if you have multiple cables bundled together and it's difficult to determine the exact wire you need. You put the tone generator on one end of the wire, then go to the bundle of wires and touch the probe to each wire one at a time. When you hear the tone through the speaker, that is the wire you are seeking. It is an inductive probe, which means you don't have to touch the copper, just the wire itself. A cable tester is a device used in networking to check the integrity and functionality of cables such as Ethernet, RJ45, coaxial, fiber optics, and telephone cables. It helps technicians diagnose issues like wiring faults, continuity problems, or misconfigurations. A time domain reflectometer, or TDR, is an electronic instrument used to determine the characteristics of electrical lines by observing reflected waveforms. Standard TDR is for testing copper, twisted pair, or coaxial. Optical TDR, or OTDR, is optical time domain reflectometer, which is used for testing fiber. Both are used to characterize and locate faults in cables. It can be used to determine how far away a break is and how long a cable run is. Wi-Fi Analyzer is used to discover Wi-Fi problems and help optimize the performance of the Wi-Fi network. It can be used to identify errors and interference, and it can validate antenna locations and installation. Simple Wi-Fi analyzers show signal strength, or how many bars you are getting, while some complicated analyzers can show a multicolor spectrum of the wireless environment. Some Wi-Fi analyzers are available for free from your wireless provider site, which will run on your smartphone. Keep in mind that wireless signals, which are measured in DPMs and are always expressed as a negative value. For example, a negative 25 DPM signal is stronger than a negative 90 DPM signal. Taps and port mirrors are used to intercept network traffic. They can send a copy to a packet capture device. A physical tap is installed by disconnecting the link and placing the tap in the middle of the connection. All traffic goes through the tap. Port mirroring duplicates the traffic and sends a copy to a designated port. Managed switches usually support port mirroring and redirection. In either case, taps and port mirroring can be used to investigate problems or security concerns. However, you have to take additional steps to prevent hackers using taps and port mirrors to siphon confidential information. Question: what would you use to fasten an RJ45 connector to a UDP cable? Answer: crimper. Question: you're tracing a cable that goes to a patch panel. However, the ports and patch panel are not labeled. Which of the following network tools would you use to identify the ports? Answer: toner probe. Question: you have a new office with no network connectivity. What tool would you use to terminate a cable run to the patch panel? Answer: Punchdown tool. Question: you have a Wi-Fi mesh network that has been optimized to eliminate poor coverage areas, yet users still experience decreased bandwidth and connectivity issues. Which of the following actions should you take next? Answer: use a Wi-Fi analyzer to determine whether the channel in use is overcrowded and to identify which channels the mesh network should use for best performance. For more information, refer to these sites. In summary, wire cutters or snips are tools designed to cleanly cut the cable. Wire stripper tool is designed to remove the sheathing from a cable to expose the inner wires. Punchdown tool is used to terminate those wires by pressing the wire into the slot and clipping off the excess wire. A tone generator and tester, also known as the fox and the hound, is normally used to locate a cable physically by passing signals through a cable and sensing the signals along the cable using a sensitive receiver. Cable testers or media testers is used to test continuity of cable. A time domain reflectometer, or TDR, is an electronic instrument used to determine the characteristics of electrical lines by observing reflected waveforms. Wi-Fi analyzer is used to discover Wi-Fi problems and help optimize the performance of the Wi-Fi network. Thank you for watching this video. The next video will be Networking Part 5, Wireless Networking Part 1. If you like this video, don't forget to click the like button, and if you have not already, subscribe to the Pat Has Your Back channel. Thank you.